A lively holiday atmosphere on Horn Island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast turned into a desperate emergency response operation after the disappearance of 18-year-old Nolan Wells. Nolan and a group of friends went on an excursion to the popular island to celebrate Independence Day. But the atmosphere quickly shifted after friends noticed Nolan failed to return to the mainland as the sun began to set. Authorities said Nolan was last seen on the island at around 3 p.m. and did not return on the same boat as his group of friends. By midnight, his mother contacted the Jackson County Sheriff's Office and reported her son missing. Nolan's distraught mother pleaded for help on social media, sharing photos of her son wearing blue swim trunks and sunglasses, smiling on the boat and huddled around friends. The mom requested the help of the United Cajun Navy, a nonprofit organization that provides disaster relief. I'm Israel Salas Rodriguez, senior news reporter at the U.S. Sun. Thanks again for joining us. Make sure to click that like and subscribe button to stay tuned for more reports like this one. Joining us now is Josh Gill, the Cajun Navy's incident coordinator for the search and rescue for Nolan. Josh, thank you so much for joining us. Can you just introduce yourself to our audience?
Josh Gill. I'm from Louisiana. I'm the incident commander for the United Cajun Navy.
And how long have you been with the organization?
Been with the organization on and off since its inception. Really been instrumental in the role for a couple years now.
And shifting over to the Nolan Wells case, can you describe the water conditions surrounding Horn Island for those of us who are not familiar with the area?
Sure. So Horn Island's off the coast of Mississippi. Believe about 10 miles off the coast. It's a 144 square mile island. It's pretty big. It's a location that's in the Gulf of Mexico / Gulf of America, whichever nomenclature you want to use. It's a destination area for boaters, right? Fishermen, boaters, recreational boaters as well. July 4th weekend, the water wasn't extremely rough. It was a normal day. I'd say, light swells, maybe up to 1 foot. There is a pretty heavy tidal surge and tidal movement on that portion of the island where they were at. It's a pass between two islands, so there's increased tidal influence right there, along with wind and wave action.
Okay. And is the area popular during the holiday, during 4th of July weekend?
Extremely popular. All summer long, it's popular. Like I said, there'll be anywhere from a few hundred boats to it could be over 1,000.
And can the water conditions change at all when the sun begins to set around the area?
Sure. Conditions can change rapidly there. It's not exceptionally deep, which calls for the ability for conditions to change quickly.
Can you walk us through the timeline from the moment that Nolan was reported missing?
Sure. So to the best of my knowledge, again, I didn't get a call till that next day. As I appreciate, late that evening, Nolan was on the beach. The vessel that he came with left, and from there, we don't know what happened, right? Again, I'm just a volunteer, I'm running volunteer operations. I'm not law enforcement. So what happened really isn't what I'm looking for. What I look for a search is that last known location, and then specifics about the area or specifics about the person. Knowing that northwest corner of Horn Island was what we call the LKL, last known location. From there, we looked at the weather conditions, tidal conditions, wind conditions to come up with a plan, come up with a grid on what we could do. As within 30 to 45 minutes of when I got notification of him missing from the family and then from the mother, we had surface vessels, that's boats, that were in the area starting to search. We also had 2 drones that were in the air, as well as boots on the ground on the island doing a manual walk to look for Nolan there. That next day, yesterday, we had at daylight 4 vessels, 2 more people, as well as a fixed wing aircraft in the air that started 6:15-ish, 6:30.
And when Nolan's mom did reach out to you, what was her tone like? Did she give you any information that could help in the search?
Oh, absolutely. So, and again, you can understand the frantic. She was frantic. She wanted to know everything that was going on, and what we could do to provide resources, what we could do to help her find her son. I mean, that's um, issue number one. Find Nolan. Um, but again, she was, with everything that was going on, Miss Christine was extremely calm when she was providing that information, and I asked some very tough questions. Um, and I just wanted to make sure that she understood all the questions that I ask are related to helping me find the location to search.
And when you and your team were on the ground, were you approached by any of maybe Nolan's friends that stayed in the area and that they provide any information to you guys?
It is an active and open investigation, so I'd rather not discuss the pieces and parts of who we had conversations with. Um, I will say this is that um, I don't believe any of the friends stayed.
And what did you know about Nolan's disappearance when you first got that call? Did you know of anything beforehand?
Just basic information, stuff that I gathered off of social media, as well as information from the mother. Um, Nothing that was super relevant to finding Nolan or to searching for Nolan. Just information that he got left on the island, left or he wasn't there, possibly, hopefully, and as we prayed that he may have made it onto another boat. So what we do is we gather information, right? We gather as much information as possible. We then blast it out to social media. We've got a huge following, and this one went extremely viral to ask for help. The more people that see something, um, they could possibly say something. So we actually, at the time of him being found, we had people in the air, we had boats on the water, we had boots on the ground, on land, on the mainland as well, looking in 3 different locations where people had said he may have been seen that day, that evening before, or that evening he came up missing. So we take into account everything, every tip, every, hey, go look here. We do that. We do it because we want to make sure we're providing all the resources that we possibly can, checking everything out, and letting the family know that, hey, every life matters to us. It doesn't matter race, creed, color, religion, nationality. I don't care. We want to make sure that every family understands we're putting every bit of effort into it.
Did the search effort shift in any way after the 24-hour period when Nolan was still not found?
No, we remained steady with our search and our operations. We coordinated with the local Jackson County Sheriff's Office. We let them know what our grid pattern was. We sent them our grid in our search areas, and we coordinated with them. Again, we notified them and let them know that we would be in the area, in the air, as well as on the ground in multiple locations.
Were the members of the Cajun Navy on the island when the body believed to be Noah was found? And are you able to disclose any details on the whereabouts of the body?
So I would rather not disclose any of the details. It is an open investigation. We were not on the island. We were in the air.
And from your understanding, was the body, again, believed to be Noah, was it found in the same area as where the 18-year-old was last seen?
As I appreciate, it was within close proximity to that northwest corner of the island. Again, I don't want to get into specifics. Again, it's an open investigation.
And how has social media helped the Cajun Navy in their search and rescue missions or operations?
United Cajun Navy, whenever we get notified of a person missing, typically it's through social media. People understand who we are, they recognize us, and they'll reach out to us through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. We turn around, we utilize those platforms to help get the word out on whoever it is that's missing, right? So I'll start with a quick narrative of who it is, last known location, what they were wearing, if they're going through a mental health crisis, if they may have been in a fight with their girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, whatever pertinent information is there that can help us spread the word. Tattoos, height, weight, clothing. From there, I build this narrative, and then I make a poster, a missing persons poster, that's got all that information on it with as many pictures as possible. And then I do a video. The video will explain, and every one of them's heartfelt. Hey, we're looking for Israel. He came up missing. It's super important that we find him. His family is absolutely upset and distraught. Might be going through a mental health crisis. Whatever it is, I list it out there, and I do it with a lot of emotion, and it's true emotion, sincere. We put that out on multiple platforms, and then the tips start coming in. Here you go. Look, I'm not law enforcement. I'm a volunteer. It's a volunteer organization. We just want to bring these people home. So social media is a huge piece. Again, I don't care how it happens. I don't care how we find these people, as long as they're found and reunited with their family, one way or the other, right? We hope to find them all alive. Unfortunately, that always doesn't happen that way. So social media is a huge tool, and then it's good old just boots on the ground, canvassing the area, canvassing that last known location, talking to people, and really building relationships with them, no matter who it is. Going into that community and saying, hey, we're just a volunteer group trying to bring this person home. What do you know? What do you think? And a lot of times that helps us out. The one thing Israel is, the families. It's interesting because the families always ask the mom and the dad, what's your gut feeling telling you? And more often than not, that mother's intuition is spot on. And they'll tell you, after I build a relationship with the mother particularly, they know what happened to that loved one. And again, the one thing I can ask for the viewers that are out there, say prayers, right? Prayers mean so much right now, and in everything we do. And I told the family, number one, keep the case alive. Let's make sure that media and that the general public know exactly what's going on, because it is an open investigation, and the truth needs to come out on exactly what happened, because there's a lot of assumptions right now. And I think the general public, as well as the family, truly need to know what happened that day, and what happened to Nolan, what brought it to this situation. So thank you so much for having us, and let's keep the story alive.
Definitely, Josh. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep.
Incredible insight from Josh and the brave, swift response by him and the other United Cajun Navy members to try and bring a sense of solace to the Wells family at a time of distress. Once again, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more interviews like this one.